Now, on Saturday, the rise of Jude Bellingham continued, became a European champion as Real Madrid beat Borussia Dortmund 2-0 to win a 15th European Cup, the first, of course, for Jude. Former England striker, one of Steve's old players, Darren Bent, said on talkSPORT Drive yesterday that Bellingham could be one of the greatest we've ever produced.
His trajectory, he could be one of the best players ever, if not the greatest player this country's ever produced. That's the kind of trajectory he's on. But again, when you look at youngsters and what he's done in a 5-year period from Birmingham to here, I've never seen a rise like it. And he is exceptional. But when I think of teenagers and the standard, I still haven't seen anyone better than Rooney. That 2004 Euros, what he did to France, I've not seen a performance like that. And people forget about Michael Owen when he burst on the scene.
You're right.
So
we do that quite a lot, though, right? As soon as you move on from an era, you sort of forget how great they were.
I would still say them two. Rooney for me would probably be one in terms of a youngster bursting onto the scene.
Yeah.
But what Bellingham's doing right now for Real Madrid, and yes, it weren't his probably most explosive game at the weekend, but still found the right pass at the right time for Vinicius' goal. But he's in the discussion for one of the best players on the planet. I would still opt for right now Mbappe.
Darren Bent and Andy Goldstein, they're back at 4 o'clock with Drive later on this afternoon. I was listening to that debate, Brucey, and there is no question what Bellingham is doing right now is utterly outstanding for this young man. I agree with Benty. The most sensational teenager I've ever seen is Rooney.
Yep,
because he was like a man boy when he burst on. He took the whole game by the scruff of it. But
don't forget Gaza.
Gaza, yes, of course.
Gaza burst onto the scene. A kid at Newcastle was sensational. And yeah, I mean, look, there's not many people with the ability to go into, Real Madrid. We're talking 19, 20-year-old and going, winning everything and the highest accolades coming your way, where you have to say this kid has got the potential to be a superstar. And he didn't play very well in the game, but you're right, found the right pass. I know it was a poor mistake, but certainly he's got all the ability in the world, and to go and do what he's done is quite remarkable. And that's what I said. He could be just that little bit of magic that could just give us the edge in the big games, which is coming up in the Euros.
Brucey, you played at the time when Ryan Giggs come through, Paul Scholes came through, the Neville brothers, Nicky Butt. These were young teenagers. That class of '92. They came through at a club the size of Manchester United. You're comparable with Real Madrid. Some would say you're not even bigger. Yep. Tell us how those boys adapted.
Well, all of them adapted well. The only one that I naturally saw where you thought, as soon as you watch him, was Ryan Giggs. I'm going to be brutally honest. Scholesy, when he was a kid, had all sorts of problems. With his knee and psoriasis and all sorts. And the sunshine, it was difficult for him. Would Beckham be tough enough? But certainly when he got his chance, he grasped it and all. Giggs was an absolute superstar at 14. I remember him training with us when he was 14, 15, and we thought, who is this little kid? And he's playing against Viv Anderson, who was England's right back at the time, and basically taking the mickey out of him, where Viv in the end was having a little pop at the kid. You couldn't catch him, and he was so natural. He glided across the pitch where everything was so natural. Well, I don't think I've ever seen him out of breath. He had a wonderful capacity to dribble past people just effortlessly, and a natural ability. All the others, the two Nevilles in particular, hard work, attitude, dedication to the whole thing made them a player. To be fair to all of them, they came through with a wonderful appetite and desire and a hunger to succeed, and all of them stayed there for at least 10 years, which is remarkable for the whole lot of them to come through. It'll never be done again.
No, Giggs mugged me off a few times, that's for sure. He was a wonderful player. And when he was gone, he stayed gone. You did not catch him. The worst kept secret in football was out the bag last night. Real Madrid complete the free transfer. I say it again, free transfer. PSG, France centre forward Kylian Mbappe going to Real Madrid. Brucey, what?
Wow.
I know. He's had PSG on a piece of string for the last 2 or 3 seasons. How they've allowed this to happen, I don't know. But clearly, he's made the right move for his career. I think he stayed PSG a year too long. Should have gone last summer. That's happened now.
Maybe. I think it's. look, has he been there 6 years since he signed and stayed on the same contract? So
he got renewed deal. He got bumped up.
He got bumped up.
He got bumped up.
Well,
don't worry about that. He won't be going there.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, and you are talking of arguably the world's best player at the moment. Maybe he is
definitely the conversation.
To arrive on a free. I'm sure everybody in Paris will be absolutely not happy about it, but the player's prerogative to leave a contract these days. You know, it's been on the cards now for the past 12, 18 months that he's going to Real Madrid. By the way, how good are they going to be in there for 3 or 4?
So you got Rodrigo, you got Vinicius Junior, you got Bellingham, you got Mbappe.
Wow.
Have I missed anyone out? I might have done. and so they've improved their team, and they've just been European champions, which I like about Madrid. They seem to be now doing what Manchester United did 15, 20 years ago, that they just evolve. They keep adding to the squad when it's needed, you know, and certainly a wonderful signing for them. And you just look at the talent that they've got, and really. Indeed. When you're up against someone that's got raw pace, we just spoke about Giggsy, right? So that boy, once he was gone past you, you didn't catch him. Mbappe is as quick as they come.
And I've seen Vinicius Junior the other day too, and you do wonder, don't you? And blessed with no pace I had, and I don't know how quick you were, Jason, either. But
I was all right. But once they went gone,
I wasn't. I couldn't gallop at all. But to catch them, and they've got wonderful pace, and wow, what a wonderful front 3 and 4 they've got now, and that great thing of pace. I mean, it helps any team if you've got a bit of pace in this forward areas.
Absolutely.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.